Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot. If you're watching this after the live stream, feel free to join the 5-minute mini readings by just subscribing to the channel, turning on your notification bell and all alerts, and then you will be notified the moment I do a free live mini reading for my subscribers only, which is first come, first serve. That being said, intuitive friends, welcome back. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All those links are down below. For those of you who are new to the channel, just recently subscribe, or if you are a current subscriber, welcome. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching me live, welcome. It is a new list. I'm going to be channeling messages though for in regards to or connected to Mercury in retrograde. Mercury is going to retrograde, I want to say 3 times this year, 2026. So this is the first one out of the 3 or 4 series here that's going to happen throughout 2026. Now, intuitive friends, it is quite late here in New York. Okay. Not crazy late, but I'm just saying it's late. It's at 11. What is it? 11:31, 11:32. All right. So I'm only taking 5 subscribers and 2 members. Okay. Now, don't worry if you miss this round of free readings, because I will be channeling messages throughout the entire weekend and throughout the entire week. So it's going to be the same topic for, at the very least, 2 weeks. Okay. So that gives everyone who would like to participate a really good chance, because as you know, I do appreciate your love, your loyalty, your support. I appreciate how our community is expanding, but it also is going to bring into light the fact that, sometimes you're not going to be able to come in as quickly, okay, on those free lists. That being said, let's review what I'm going to be channeling today. I want to talk a little bit more about that, but give me 1 second. Let's make sure. I can't see you guys yet, but hold on a second. I'm getting there. I was actually putting the link on Instagram. So for those who are interested in joining us tonight, can. Now, again, it is a first come, first serve. And obviously it's today is going to be a short list, but feel free to come back throughout the rest of the week and throughout the rest of the weekend. All right, intuitive friends, let's review. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the likes. Intuitive friends, welcome to the Lexa Tarot live 5-minute mini readings. Okay, today the free live reading, as always, is for subscribers only. First come, first serve. If you would like to drop a super sticker, or a super chat to get a super reading, feel free to do so. With that, you will get extra time, extra decks, and extra details. Please know, intuitive friends, that the messages that I channel here on during this live free mini reading is for entertainment purposes only. The only one question that I'll be channeling today for free for 5 minutes is, how's Mercury retrograde, which started February 26th, and I want to say, that was yesterday? Yeah, started yesterday, February 26th through March 20th, which, by the way, it's like the beginning of the new astrological year. Okay, so how's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path? Okay, so for those of you who are wondering, well, what is this maybe about? It's about your Mercury retrograde. The fact that Mercury retrograde does influence in some way, shape, or form some people more harshly than others, depending on your placements. For example, I have a very strong Mercury placement. Therefore, when it goes in retrograde, I do feel it. I feel it even before the official kickoff date. And maybe some of you have been feeling it before that February 26th, a week to 2 weeks before. And it always extends the shadow period 1 to 2 weeks after that March 20th date. Okay. Now, during Mercury retrogrades, the universe slows all of us down, and it's done intentionally. This isn't to, trip us up. It isn't chaos. It's just a cosmic audit. Now, I did write a couple of important facts there in the description box, and I'm just going to share it very quickly, and then I'm going to go straight into the legal disclaimer. But remember, Mercury retrograde energy often brings people from the past reappearing. That could be anyone, okay? People you've known for a long time, exes, family, friends you haven't seen or spoken to in a long time. It could also often bring delays, miscommunication, tech glitches, emotional triggers, sudden realizations, travel plan disruptions, okay, and cancellations, postponement. But beneath the surface, this is all about realignment, refinement, and reclaiming your voice. Okay. So, intuitive friends, the legal disclaimer is as follows. These messages are for entertainment purposes only. And please remember that readings should never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice or professional licensed financial, therapeutic, medical, legal help. My readings are for entertainment purposes only and are not replacements for getting professional, licensed, professional, medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice. I've said that like, I don't know, a million times, right? And I never trip up. But sure, of course, now that Mercury's in retrograde, I'm tripping over my words left and right. All right, intuitive friends, let's see who's here. And okay, let's see. Is this going to show me or what's going on today? Oh, there we go. Hello, intuitive friends. Hello, Brian. Hello, Shatira. Hello, Monica. Hello, Big 215. Hello, Rose Quartz. Hello, Dragon. Tiger Dragon JK. Hello, Shaylee. Welcome. Shaylee is one of our members here on our channel. So welcome, Shaylee. Welcome, Irene. Welcome, Ed. Welcome, Jazz. Welcome, Debbie. Now, as I mentioned at the top of the reading, I'm only taking 5 subscribers, but don't worry, I will be coming back throughout the rest of the week. So 5 subscribers and 2 members. And I already see one of our members here. So Shaylee will be going first in regards to the reading because I do 1 member, then 1 subscriber, 1 member, 1 subscriber. Okay. So give me 1 second. Let me write Shaylee here. Hello, Shaylee. Welcome. But now let's take a look at the new list, the list here for the subscribers. So number 1, we have Brian. Hello, Brian. Welcome back. Shatira, great to see you. You are at number 2. At number 3, we have Monica. Welcome back, Monica. Great to see you. After Monica, at number 4, we have Bake 215. And at number 5, we have Rose Quartz. Okay, now, no worries, intuitive friends, because tomorrow I will be back. It's just late here in New York, and I want to catch up on some Z's. So I could be nice and fresh and ready to do a long reading here for all of you tomorrow. Okay. That being said, let's say thank you to Monica for your super. So Monica, you're going to have a super reading. Welcome. Thank you. And as well as Shaylee. Thank you so much, Shaylee, for your generosity, as well as Monica. Thank you both. You will have some super readings. Greatly appreciate it. All right, intuitive friends, let us jump in. And by the way, just already telling you ahead of time, if we have a glitch, no worries, I will be back. Okay. So, yeah, just want to say that just in case. All right. So let's review. Okay. Let's review the list. Let me write closed list. Okay. Closed session. closed session, but one more spot open for one member. Okay, so there we go. All right, I'm excited. I don't know what's gonna come through. Shatira, thank you so much, Shatira. Shatira's getting an extra super reading. Greatly appreciate it. You know, I have to put the asterisks because if not, I forget. All right. So the first person I'm going to do the reading is Shaylee. Okay. So again, welcome back, Shaylee, as a member. Shout out to our member, Shaylee. After Shaylee, I will go to Brian's reading. After Brian's reading, if I have, did I say 2 or 3 members? Hold on one second. No, I wrote 2 members. Okay. After Brian, if there is another member, I'll do their reading. And then come Shatira. And then after Shatira, Monica, Bake 215, Rose Quartz. Okay. Because I'm only taking 2 members today. And then 5 subscribers. Okay. So that's the order as of right now. All right. That being said, all right. So I'm just going to say it ahead of time. Dear Alexa, I might fall asleep. Okay. No worries, Monica. If you fall asleep, it's fine. What I'll do is I will say your name. Okay. So that later, whenever tomorrow, whenever you have time, you could come back to the reading and you can see it. But thank you for letting me know. So then, like that, I just go straight into your reading. Okay. Just in case. All right. So, intuitive friends, we're going to start with Shaylee, but just letting you know, intuitive friends, it's going to start, it might start off a little shadowy, the messages. And what I mean by that, it may be a little bit heavy at first, only because Mercury in retrograde really is about removing distractions so that you can move to the next level. So there may be some things that are disruptive, that you need decluttering about, maybe some things that you're going to be revisiting during this Mercury retrograde. So at the beginning, it might seem a little shadowy, but as it unfolds, we'll see the light come through, so to speak, or symbolically. Okay. So no worries. All right, Shaylee, welcome back, my dear. Thank you for your super. All right, Shaylee, let's take a look here at how's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path. Okay, whether it's disrupting it on purpose or intentionally, only to remove some things. Is it that you need to, decluttering? Are certain themes being revisited? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what's coming through first. Okay, my dear. And then, of course, you do have a super reading, so I will give you as much details as comes through. All right, let's take a look here. How's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path here? Let's see. Yeah, because this deck is a little shadowy, but that's how we clear, right? Wow, it says the perfectionism trap. Seeking flawlessness leads to self-sabotage. Embrace progress over perfection. So during this Mercury in retrograde, what is possibly being rewritten from your path is the manner in which, and let me bring this up here so you can see it, the manner in which that sometimes you may get caught up in wanting to make sure that everything is running smoothly, right? That smoothly in your mind may actually be at times you thinking, well, I want it to run perfectly, right? Now there isn't there isn't such a thing called as being perfect, right? So or perfection. But I understand that wanting to make sure that things run smoothly or things run in a way that there isn't too much of a what do you call this, too much of obstacle or challenge. So how this is coming across is that you may be revisiting here a version of yourself during this Mercury in retrograde where in your mind you may be saying, I'm expecting this to go, or I might have a possible outcome in my mind, or how I truly feel. I want something to go in a specific way, a specific order, or maybe unfold in a way that makes sense in our human mind, in our human perception. And this is talking about seeking the flawlessness may lead to self-sabotage, only because you may inadvertently start connecting the fact that you want something to go smoothly with being a little bit overcritical on how something should look or how it should be played out. Okay. So that's what I'm getting here with this. It says embrace progress over perfection. So we're not looking at how quote unquote perfect something may unfold here, Shaylee. But what you should be focusing on is giving yourself the high five on the progress that you have made over time. And one way that you can do that is during this Mercury in retrograde to review and to reevaluate and to reflect. Where was I last year this time? And by taking an inventory or just like that brief comparison, where I was last year, where I am now, and how, even if it's something very small or something really big, what are some accomplishments? What are some improvements or progress that you've made from last year, February 2025, to now? I'm sorry. Yeah, we still in February, till February 2026. Okay. And really look at it from that angle. Okay. All right. Look at that. I didn't even have to touch it. It popped out. How's Mercury in retrograde possibly rewriting your path? You are either choosing to walk away from a situation, circumstance, event, a version of yourself that you see now in 2026 during this Mercury retrograde, where you will review, reevaluate, or reflect upon, like, you know what, that version of my perception or that version of how I perceived something, micromanaged something, held on to something. I'm letting that go. I'm letting it go because I trust that through even the challenges, I'm learning. So it's not about the quote unquote perfection. It's about, okay, so these are the accomplishments that I've made in a year. These are my milestones that I've gone through. This is what I've learned from them. Okay, you know what? I got this. I now know what I should walk away from or leave behind. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to revisit this shadow self so that I can recalibrate and have a clean slate with that Aries new year, right? Because 2026 is about the number one. So it's about the new cycle. So I feel like you're very, very like empowered and saying, you know what? Listen, I got this. There's something here about crow or raven that's coming through with this picture. The moment I touched it, I got the impression. So I don't know if you may, throughout this Mercury in retrograde, and again, it doesn't have to be like in person or live, like you don't have to see it in live. You might see a picture of a crow or a raven. You may see it in like in real life. You might see it in a picture. You might see it in a commercial, but there may be something here connected to a crow or raven. I don't know if that's your spirit animal, okay, as well. I mean, it could be this sense of like spirit animal kind of like guiding you through this Mercury retrograde. But I'm getting here, there's this sense of like inner awareness that is also coming through. So any kind of hesitation or kind of like anything that's been a little hazy in regards to intuition is going to be a whole lot sharper or more fine-tuned is what I'm getting. All right, let's see what else is coming through here. How is Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path here, Shaylee? Let's see. Now, remember, Mercury retrograde is going to be all the way to March 20th, but there's always a shadow side a week or two after that. So just keep that. Look at that. I'm telling you, two cards, two different decks talking about the same thing. Eight of Cups, you emotionally disengaging from things, people, situations, circumstance, events, circles, environments that no longer serve you. You know, I'm also getting here that with this perfectionism, sometimes it's not even about, it could be about a situation, circumstance, or event, but I'm also getting here like you wanting to like pour your heart and soul into people or into situations or into environments that people are just set in their ways. And you come across as this like beautiful light of intuition, this beautiful light of like that firefly here. There's this kind of light, you know, that you generate, whether it's physically happy go lucky or um your auric field. Okay, because if you see here, this person has a lot, this like beautiful auric field as they're walking away. You know, it's funny because this person is looking behind, like giving one last look, and this person is like already in the process of moving into their new horizon. So there may be some people or some situations where you're like, you know what? I really tried the best that I could. I try to bring some type of enlightenment, some hope. I try to really help this person, situation, circumstance, event, or environment. And you know what? They didn't listen, or the person isn't really understanding, you know? So at sometimes people do need to fall flat on their face in order to then, and it's hard because especially if we care about people, we don't want them to learn in that way, but sometimes they need to learn in that way. It's just part of their lesson, you know? So I feel here that you may be at that point here during Mercury retrograde where you're going to start thinking about how much you've helped certain people, environments, you know, or places, or this could be in your career, this could be your love life, family, friends, loved ones. And now, February 26th through March 20th, you're going to be like, you know what? There is nothing else I can do with, you know, this, and the other with this person. They're just going to have to learn, you know, having to fall 9 times. And it's going to be up to them if they want to get up on the 10th, you know? So that's how this energy is coming through. Let's see what else is coming through here in your reading, Shailene. What a beautiful reading. Very, very, it has a lot of depth here, especially with the fact here that I'm getting a lot of crow of raven energy. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up kind of like popping up within the next month here, where you come across like you see it, or you see it in a picture, in a magazine, in person. Let's see what else is coming through for you, Shailene. And you have, wow, Treasure Island. Treasure Island, things that have been, that you've been waiting for to unfold for you. I'm getting golden nuggets. Remember, I did mention that a little while ago in regards to like you doing this like major reflection from last year and this year, because this Treasure Island is, first of all, this is a treasure box with a lot of pentacles. So this is like, you know, the dreams that you are, that are in fruition, the things that you are really set on moving forward. Remember that I said that your energy, you're getting another card that has a lot of enlightenment here. So I don't know if this is like literally spiritual evolution for you, where as you take that reflection and reevaluation of you last year this time versus you this year this time, that there is some type of golden nuggets here that you've either learned or that you are getting this type of epiphany. By the way, this is so, this is crazy because I saw 22 here. It's not 22, it's the number 27. You might see twos, fours, or multiples of two, like 2 6, like 2 4 6 8, as sign symbol synchronicities. Very interesting. You're definitely getting here 9 9. 27, 2 plus 7 is 9, and 9 here. Yeah, it's like you're ending a cycle. Okay. So for sure, there's something that's definitely in completion, that's completing here during this Mercury retrograde for you. I mean, it's very obvious here with the walk away and the Eight of Cups, you know? And that Eight of Cups is you're leaving something behind because you have done the growth. You know what I mean? It's like I said here, it's like you've tried to help enlighten people, but you know, they may not. I'm looking, well, this deck that I'm shuffling has the light side and the shadow side. I'm only going to take a look at the light side here for you. So let's see, with this walking away, let's get more details here. It says, yes, this is the real deal. Your efforts are bearing fruit. Validation confirmation on this treasure island. Okay. You're going to reflect upon something. You may possibly make certain decisions, or this reading is giving you confirmation, validation to some things that you may have already chosen to do already. Now, as this Mercury in retrograde ends up finishing up March 20th, maybe even in its shadow side, once the clutter clears, there's this beautiful energy here of a mindset that is very focused on fruition. It's very focused on you reaping the rewards, whether that is through a new path, whether it's this new, again, that I'm getting this like leveling up intuitively. That, and interesting, because remember that I said here from the top of the reading that I keep getting like there's this like glow around you. You may even be experiencing here during this the new kickoff of the new year, in, you know, once Aries kicks in, you may be experiencing a very big glow up in 2026. So just keep that in the back of your mind here, okay? Very, very interesting. Let's keep going here, Shaylee. Up next, we have Brian. Eight of Cups here. Let's get more energy, more clarity, more details. I'm loving this this energy here. There's something about glow up. I'm getting a here, 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 here with the horizon, and then yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm getting it 4 times in the reading. So I feel like you're gonna have some type of glow up here in 2026. It might be something that you've been wishing, hoping, and desiring for quite some time, because the turtle is the energy of something that has taken time to grow or to expand. Wow, purifying frog, rebirth, cleansing, revitalization. Let go of the past. 1, 2, 3. 3 cards talking about the same thing. Again, different deck. So very interesting. This Mercury in retrograde is possibly rewriting your path by reminding you that if you've been feeling guilty because you've stepped away from a person, situation, circumstance, or event, not to worry, because there's a glow up happening here, and there's this like new you evolving, because this is saying let go of the past, accept new beginnings, and find the path to a new start. I mean, it cannot be clearer than that. I don't know what new ideas or goals or projects or perspectives, like, you know how like sometimes we're like, okay, this year 2026, this is what I am going to do, this is what I'm going to focus on. Whatever that focus is, there's this energy here that you may be literally getting some type of glow up that's either been long in coming, you know, or that you're finally bearing the fruit. You're reaping the rewards here. So there may be a beautiful glow up here in some way, shape, or form. And again, the purifying frog says, let go of the past, accept new beginnings, and find the path to a new start. And that's exactly what walking away and Eight of Cups are doing. They're walking into a new path, a new direction. Okay. Whether it's physically, like city, town, state, country, or spiritually leveling up, letting go of what no longer serves you, the people, the situations, the environments. But yeah, very, very nice. Okay, let's take a look at this next deck, and then we're gonna jump into the advice. Ooh, cobweb. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. Remember that I said that you have been helping someone or people or just in general, just like your generosity, and it's like this giving nature. Well, your eh, I wasn't even say your guides, but like during this Mercury in retrograde, you're gonna realize that all the things that you have done because you've really opened yourself up to really trying to help others or bring some type of clarity in something. Even if you may not have gained anything, even if you haven't tangibly gained something, or even if some friendships or connections or environments are no longer part of your circle or sphere or people, because you may be walking away from it, you're highly regarded and highly protected, in your glow up here for 2026. So you're reaping the rewards also here in a very different way. There may be like some type of improvement or progress that will happen or might happen here in 2026. It might not be huge, but it's something that's significant. It's important. Okay. So you are protected from negativity. And it might be you realizing that during Mercury in retrograde, like your energy no longer connects with someone or something. And you're like, well, I gotta go. I've tried, I've helped, I've bought some type of awareness here, but no one's listening to me. Now I gotta focus on me and gotta focus on my next step and my next glow up. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through here for you. Shaylee, I hope these messages have been insightful. Of course, if it doesn't resonate now, it might resonate through Mercury in retrograde. Wow, look at this archway. I said it. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up for you. You got this message. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. Yeah, 3 times in the reading. New beginning. And you reaping the rewards. You bearing the fruit. Your efforts bear fruit. So look at that. Yeah. Something good is possibly unfolding here for you. Last but not least, let's take a look at your last and final card, Shaylee. Up next, we have Brian. Brian, you are up next, but let's take a look here at what's coming through for you. Right. How's this Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path? It definitely is here with all this energy. It's looking like something brand new, sinking in lack. You're being called to realize that the real resources are right at your fingertips. You have the ability and the support to face anything, whether you feel financially pinched, emotionally down, or physically off. And that could be the energy that you may be feeling during this Mercury in retrograde. This says those are just inner dramas of self doubt acting up. That makes sense because that is the time here during Mercury in retrograde, where is that what I call purging. Okay. So it says, let go of these unnecessary fears, smile at life, and keep moving forward. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, 5 cards talking about moving forward, leaving something behind, new chapter, new direction, new pivoting. Okay, pivoting into a new direction. So wow, what is this? This is beautiful. You're gonna have some type of glow up, I'm telling you. And you know what? This thing about lack sinking in lack, I feel that this is not like Number one, yes, your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. I talked about that at the top of the reading. But I feel that there's also a part of you that feels like a little bit guilty, like you couldn't do more for someone or something. And this is saying, listen, you, like I said from the top of the reading, I feel like you've done the best that you can in something. And this is like kind of like, okay, this is your time to shine now. All right. That being said, Shaylee, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. Thank you for being part of the membership tier. And of course, thank you so much for your generosity. I wish you the very best during this Mercury in retrograde. That being said, intuitive friends, up next, we have Brian. But first, for those of you who are watching for the first time, welcome. For those of you who subscribe to the channel, thank you. And for those of you who are already my current subscribers, welcome back. Guess what? It's a new list. The list is closed. The session is closed, but I do want to remind all of you, please feel free to join me tomorrow. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, who are like, oh, well, I wanted a reading, I can't get it, so let me unsubscribe. I would suggest for you to stay subscribed to the channel, because tomorrow, when I come back on tomorrow, and you want to get on very quickly to get your spot on that list, because it's first come, first serve, guess what? You're going to have to wait 5 minutes. And in those 5 minutes, I guarantee you the list is going to be completely packed. Okay. So if you're new to the channel, just giving you that kind of like advice or tip. But, we all have free will. Do as you please, but just giving you a little bit of a tip there. That being said, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, and yes, intuitive friends, I do have credentials, please take a look down below in the description box, as well as in the chat. Okay, because you're going to see those links there. That being said, intuitive friends, Mercury has gone retrograde. Now, some of us who are extra sensitive or have strong placements on our astrological natal chart, guess what? We've been feeling this like a week or two ago already. Others of you may start feeling something kind of like you don't feel. Wait, hold on a second, because I'm a little confused. Okay, this goes here. Okay. You may feel a little bit out of sorts. Now, remember, when Mercury goes in retrograde, it's just saying it's giving us a rest. It's like the Four of Swords in tarot. Okay. It's nothing like, oh my gosh, impending doom or something like that. No, it's a time that it's a reset. Okay, it's a reset. Now I want to say we have a solar eclipse coming up. No, it came up already. That happened February 17th. We have something else coming up. I know, astrologically speaking. So it's a reset. It's a reset. It's time for us to review, to remember, to reevaluate, to reflect, so that we can finally understand certain things a little bit more, a little bit deeper, so that we can rest, so that when March 20th comes along and Aries kicks off the new astrological new year, we have the energy to move forward. Now, I haven't read, by the way, my apologies. I should have taken a moment to read what's in the chat. I haven't, because I'm putting these back. But I see like something I can't see from far. So there you go. The cat is out of the bag there, but hold on a second. But let's see what's going on. But yeah, so I just wanted, I know Shaylee, you really good with astrology. There's that's not Shaylee. It's Brian there. There's another eclipse on the 3rd. There we go. Peaks at 333. There you go. Thank you so much, Brian. Yeah, Shaylee, I'm surprised she's probably going to give us some messages in a few. She's very deep in astrology. Brian, thank you so much, Brian. I knew there was something else coming up. I just couldn't figure out what it was. By the way, thank you so much, Bake215, for your super chat. I greatly appreciate it. My apologies. Didn't see that here. So Shaylee said, yes, definitely resonates. Thank you. Brian said, I'm here. Okay, I'm going to do your reading now. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very good. Yes, Shaylee is like amazing with astrology. So but by the way, thank you so much, Brian. I didn't know. I knew something was coming, but I didn't know what the something was. Okay. So greatly appreciate it. But there you have it. Like Brian just wrote, we have um an eclipse coming on March 3rd. While we're having the Mercury in retrograde, while Saturn is in Aries, while Neptune is in Aries, while so there's a lot going on. So if you're not feeling all that fantastic energetically, there could be one possibility. All right, intuitive friends, let's jump to Brian's reading. Welcome, Brian. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. And thank you so much for that astrological info, because I knew something was coming, but I couldn't. I know we had one we just had one on February 17th. So I was like, All right, Brian, let's see what's coming through here. As a reminder, Brian, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's take a look here at how's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path. Like I said, it's going to be a little shadowy at first, but we'll see how it brings everything back to light here. Let's see what's coming through for you. You have here breaking karmic cycles, recognize repeating patterns, and take action to break generational wounds. Okay, so generational wounds. All right, so I feel two things going on here. Number one, recognizing your patterns. This is in general. So I feel that while Mercury is in retrograde from the 26th to March 20th, and of course there's a shadow period after that, that this is going to be the time where this sense of kind of like you revisiting certain, either, what I mean revisiting, this could be reevaluating, this could be reflection, this could be remembering. Okay, could come in many different ways. But I'm getting here, you finally, and I'm not going to say finally, but I'm getting like even more in-depth understanding of that 1 + 1 = 2 energy in regards to old patterns. So you may have already, you've done the work, you're doing the work, we're all work in process, okay? But there's more here. There's like more connecting of the dots, more realizing and being able to spot those patterns earlier, okay? And this could be due to the fact that there's a deeper understanding. It's like you're able to catch things quicker. And this Mercury in retrograde is giving you that opportunity to redirect, okay? To kind of really visit in a reflective way those karmic patterns or the truth that still remains to be dug a little deeper. Now, this could be old patterns, karmic cycles. This could be in your love life and career in many areas. But I'm also getting the generational thing. So the family, the generational wounding that has occurred in your, in your family. The things that we see, the cycles that we see in our family, within our, social circles, but mostly family. So there's this sense of you being able to break away from that generational or ancestral kind of wounding or cycle here and breaking it, doing it very differently than your family, differently than your caregivers, your parents, your grandparents, your sibling, like that, like the older generation, doing it differently. So there's this energy here of this Mercury in retrograde, possibly rewriting your path by how you're going to go even deeper to those wounds and completely shift them. Okay, so no more of the thought pattern that has been, following in certain cycles, maybe generationally, maybe family wise. Okay, So certain mindsets as well is what I'm getting. So that is what's coming through for you. Let's take a look here at what else is coming through. Sorry, give me 1 second here. I'm getting like there could be very significant either dreams or some type of like downloads that you may get through a meditative state. It doesn't, or a meditative activity. Okay. So during this Mercury retrograde, like I said, Mercury retrograde is really like that Four of Swords. It's just taking a break, right? Taking that mental rest. And as you're doing this mental rest within the next, or energetic rest throughout this month, that there could be here more, like I said, like more messages being downloaded, you being able to connect even more dots. But let's see here what else is coming through for you. You have here victory. Yeah, it's how to rewrite your whole entire new kickoff here, starting on April 20th, where Aries kicks off the new year. Yeah, it's kind of like the residual, the last final residual energies, or the final lap here of like, okay, now I know, like, it's kind of like it's coming across like a checklist, because I'm seeing here like a checklist, like, okay, I've done that. I've worked on that. Okay, maybe I need to refine this a little bit, but okay, I'll be doing that now within the next month, like that type of like check off here. But whatever this is, once the clutter clears, okay, once the reevaluation and the reflection clears out the way, there's this upgrade, personal upgrade coming through here with victory. Okay. And by the way, 28, 2 plus 8 is equal to 10, which is the same 2026 numbers. If you add 2026, you get the number 10. So there may be a victory or new accomplishment, or an accomplishment that you've been working towards for quite some time in 2026. Remember, it is the year of the, the fire horse. And what it's interesting is this victory is coming across to me. What do you call this? Like clairvoyantly, I'm seeing the six of wands energy. So you may be even be recognized for something here. Look at that. Ace of swords energy, cutting the confusion. Wow, really, really good. Ace of Swords. As I always say, aces are the hand of the creator, the universe, fate, or destiny. Aces are about the new beginning. It's about the opportunity. So during Mercury retrograde, like I said, it gives me the energy of the Four Swords, which is just to take a break. But as you're taking this break, once the clutter clears, or once the re-evaluation, the review, and all that clears, you're going to be able to cut through the confusion and see things for what they are. The reality of something, okay? The clarity of the mind, the illumination. You have two cards here that have the same or similar, okay, gesture or pose. And I feel that this clarity of communication, it could be clarity of communication, it could be a breakthrough of clarity in general, it could be a brand new idea, it could be you, like I said, getting messages downloaded, like I mentioned here. I said that this energy here is giving me like you downloading messages, whether in your dreams or through a meditative state or a meditative activity. And it's going to allow you to expand even more during, and may even get you closer to this victory also. It's like I feel like it's more like this energy, like it's like this rather than like this. It's like because you cut through the confusion, because you don't allow yourself to be swayed by your emotions, you're able to see something clearly for what it is, and that may propel you or place you in the environment, or again, in a situation, circumstance, or event where your victory is like assured. But it's because of the clarity of the mind. It is because of the intelligent, balanced choices or decisions that you'll make. It's the way or the manner in which you move very differently than you ever have in the past or recent past. And maybe even move differently than your, like I said, the generational thing, family, friends, loved ones. Okay. Maybe even consider the black sheep of the family. How about that? You have here protect boundaries. You naturally give to others. It says, but now it's time to protect your energy. Set boundaries around your space to avoid being drained. Remember that I was telling you, like the Four Swords energy? Okay. Protecting yourself isn't selfish. Only then can you continue helping others. All right. So, Brian, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section as well as here in the chat if these messages resonated for you. Up next, do I have any? I have to see if I have members. If I don't have any members, then Shatira, you are up next. Thank you so much, Brian, for stopping by. I hope these messages have resonated for you. If they don't, they might resonate at a later time. That being said, intuitive friends, before I jump into the next reading, I do want to say welcome to those of you who are new to the channel. Thank you to those of you who subscribe to the channel, and welcome back to those of you who are my current subscribers. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, take a look down below in the description box or take a look in the chat. All that information is there for you. Don't forget, intuitive friends, to take a look at your March readings. The March readings are up. The only element that I am missing is the water signs. And this month, for the month of March, I did something very different. I did the monthly readings as a pick a card reading. So let your intuition guide you to your monthly messages, okay? And especially if you're looking at those monthly messages in regards to different placements that you may have on your astrological natal chart, that's even going to give you more messages, okay? So there's a lot coming through for March because I know there's an eclipse, Mercury is in retrograde. There's a lot of shifts happening. So again, that may be more useful and more helpful for some of you. That being said, you're very welcome here, Brian. Thank you so much. And by the way, I want to say Shaylee is giving us a lot of good astrology info here. So thank you so much, Shaylee. Wonderful. The eclipse is at 13 degrees Virgo and will wrap up Pisces and Virgo eclipses that we have had. Oh, the Aquarius eclipse we just had starts the Leo Aquarius series for the next couple of years. Awesome. Thank you so much. And Brian, thank you so much for reminding me about that eclipse. All right, intuitive friends, thank you so much. I don't see anyone here who's a member aside from Shaylee. So I'm going to jump straight into Shatira. Shatira, come on down. All right, Shaylee, thank you so much. Brian, thank you. Up next, we have Shatira. And let's thank Shatira for her super sticker or super chat. Shatira, welcome back. Thank you for your generosity. Let's make, woo, you saw that? Something just flipped. You have the star card. And it's funny because I wasn't starting with that card. I'm starting with the shadow card. But you know what? There's a reason. I feel here, anyway, you have a super reading, so it doesn't matter. I'll just give you more information. But I'm letting you know now, this star card is feeling like this Mercury in retrograde is possibly rewriting your path in regards to this sense of renewal, the sense of you finally letting go of things that have hurt you very deeply, people, situations, challenges, obstacles. Yeah, it's coming across as like that healing because I'm feeling more like a renewal type of energy here. And by the way, the star card is ruled by Aquarius. So there may be something here. By the way, I just read something that Shaylee wrote about Aquarius. So there could be some, wait, hold on a second, because that's coming through like it's connected to this. Hold on. The Aquarius eclipse we just had starts the Leo Aquarius season for the next couple of years. I feel that that's somehow connected to your card here with the star. There could also be the, within the next 2 years, and maybe again this kickoff. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'm getting the past 2 years. I'm being corrected. You're telling me it's not forward, it's backwards. So maybe the past 2 years, there's something about the past 2 years, you gaining something happened 2 years ago. Something may have happened a year or two ago that was very emotionally challenging for you, Shatira. Because that's how this is coming across to me. Because I'm being corrected. I'm like, they're like, no, it's not about the future. It's about the past, which could be the reason why it's here. But let's see. I'm going to keep it here because there's a reason here that's come through. Let's see. Give me more clarity here on the star card. How's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting Shatira's path? Let's see. Yeah, that's why that flipped over. It's because it's going to connect to this card somehow. Dark night of the soul. You are what did I just say? Didn't I just say this? You are undergoing deep transformation. Trust that this is that this darkness is leading you to light. Listen, this is how this is coming across. Okay. And you tell me, I don't know. I'm just the messenger. Okay. I just channel the messages here. But this is how this is coming across. This Mercury in retrograde, okay, that's happening right now at this moment in time, somehow in some way is connecting you to an event, a situation, circumstance, event. It's like having you revisit, okay, a time where there was a lot, like I said, deep hurt, emotional hurt, whether it was disappointment, disillusionment, whether it was a breakup, separation, divorce, whether it was a friendship that deteriorated, whether it was a connection with a family member or a loved one that disconnected. But between the past year or 2 years, whatever this was that happened was very emotionally taxing for you and very heavy. And you might have gone through a dark night of the soul, which is where we kind of like literally, emotionally, energetically, or, kind of like in that way where we crumble to the point of like, I don't even know how I can get up from this one. Okay. Like I had a huge one in 2023, right? Where I was like, I don't even know. I can't even fathom in my head how I'm going to move over, how I'm going to move on from this experience. And so there could be something similar to that energy here, where you may have experienced something so emotionally earth-shattering that you didn't even know how you were going to put yourself back together. But the star card is saying that whatever this dark night of the soul was an actual time or a period for you to reconstruct yourself, to look at why this situation, circumstance, event, person, why that created such an emotional crumbling or financial crumbling or whatever, however this may resonate. But that's how this is coming through. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'm picking up there. That was not a mistake. That had to be there. Because there's something within this Mercury retrograde that you're going to think back and say, man, I remember what I learned from that moment. And it's kind of also here making you take a look at how strong you are now and how especially if you haven't, how you can emotionally like forgive or energetically forgive this person, situation, circumstance, or event. Because whatever this was, it wasn't just like it wasn't a regular kind of like breakdown of emotion. It was like something very deep. You know what I mean? Something so deep that it's like restructured something. So that's how that's coming through. Of course, there's going to be more energy coming through here in your reading, but I just wanted to say that that's what I'm picking up. We'll see how that resonates throughout the rest of your reading. I told you the beginning is a little shadowy, but it gets better. Okay? There you go. Patience. You have taken the time, and this Mercury retrograde is also giving you more time to take a step back, to take a look, to reassess, to review, to reflect, and to reorganize or redirect yourself so that you come closer to what you're wishing, hoping, desiring, and calling into your energy. There's something about really disconnecting from this event, the situation, circumstance, or person or environment. Like there's something like emotionally that could be still emotional, and maybe the pain, the residual pain, the memory. Like this is talking about you healing that during this Mercury retrograde, still giving yourself some time. You may have thought like, oh, I'm good, like I'm healed, like I'm fine. And Mercury retrograde intentionally puts us on a time out for us to really reassess what we thought we were already healed from, to kind of take a quick look and be like, okay, let me just, if it's a last cry or if it's something that needs to be released. But through your patience, there's some type of wish fulfillment here, or there's like some desire here, something that you've been wishing or calling into your energy field or manifesting. It's gonna come. Be patient. But there's a little bit more clearing that needs to happen with this dark night of the soul. Wow. All right, let's see. I'm getting like a reset. Yeah, but in order for the reset to happen, there still needs to be a little bit more work done. Yeah, 8 of Wands. Yeah, so you could reach your full potential. Knight, the King of Wands. Pay attention during this Mercury in retrograde, because there could be a misunderstanding between you and someone else. The someone else could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If it's not someone else, it could be someone in authority or someone who has this kind of charismatic, authoritative type of energy. There could be a miscommunication there. This could also be talking about someone from the past, okay? Because Mercury in retrograde does bring us to a place that we're revisiting. And it's interesting because I said that at the top of the reading, where I feel that during this retrograde, you're going to be revisiting a part of your life, whether a year ago or 2 years ago, that was very deep. I'm getting 7-7 here. So there's something, maybe it happened during the summer, maybe it happened during a summer, maybe it was 7 years ago, not 2 years ago. I don't know. But that somehow these two energies are connected. This potential person and this communication with this person during Mercury retrograde may bring you back to something here, or may remind you that you may not be fully healed in regards to something. So just be in that awareness. If this is you, the King of Wands energy, the 8 of Wands is saying that you are, during this Mercury retrograde, you're taking a break. But once you clear this clutter here, you're going to be propelled forward with a sense of inspiration, with a sense of drive that's going to enhance or brighten up your confidence. And there's this energy here of you leading the way. There's something about you leading the way, leading into a new direction, or leading yourself into like a new place to live, or a new place in your career, because Eight of Wands is also long distance. So there could be either a communication with someone from the past or recent past coming through during this Mercury retrograde, where you may be talking to this person again, or there is this energy here telling you that you are going to propel forward past this energy, because during Mercury retrograde, you're clearing this up. And through you doing the work and being patient and doing the healing and revisiting that, you're energetically forgiving and releasing the clutter so that you can get back into your alignment and feel reconnected with that inspiration, creativity, and passion within you. You have here truth be told. Remember that I said that I was getting this energy where you may be saying to yourself, no, I'm healed, I'm good. Like, and there are times where like you may kind of like show the world like, I'm doing great, I'm doing fine. But during this Mercury in retrograde, it may resurface some type of emotions here from this dark night of the soul that keeps coming through in your reading. So truth be told, you may find yourself during this retrograde kind of reminiscing, or your emotions resurfacing from this, what I channeled at the top of the reading. That clearing that's going to happen by you taking a break during this retrograde is going to allow you to be more open with your emotions and feelings that could have been a little bit jaded by the situation, circumstance, or event from the past or recent past. And that may connect to, I'm telling you, to either a person from your past or recent past, or reconnecting you to your next leveling up here. Okay. But I feel like this is super important. This is what everything else is connecting with for your reading. Not all readings have been like that, but this one, it feels like I have to like come back to this. So maybe, I don't know, maybe at the end of the reading, drop a rose if it resonates, or just like, if you want to share anything. But that's what is coming through energetically here. Let's see. Full of possibilities, plenty, creating abundance. Yeah, through patience, once the clutter clears, what Mercury in retrograde is possibly rewriting your path is one that you have more opportunities, that you have options, and that they're abundant options. They're not like second choices or whatever's left over. It's like a robust either selection or a robust type of like, you can pick and choose, like you have options. So very, very interesting here. Let's keep going here. Give me more clarity here with the Eight of Wands and the King of Wands. Now remember, the King of Wands is someone who's very confident and also proactive. So I do feel that once the clutter clears, you may be moving more with this energy of not only confidence, but being proactive. You're moving things out the way. You know what I mean? Like if you can get something out of your path, you're going to get it out your path with this Eight of Wands. Okay. Eight of Wands energy is like you can't be stopped and you won't be stopped. So it's a progress that's going to happen very quickly, or kicking off once the astrological new year on March 20th starts off, because this is all fire. Okay, that's all fire. Wands energy is fire, and the astrological new year begins with Aries, which is a fire sign. Wow, look at this. The sacred snake, wisdom, grounding, and eloquence. Remember I talked about the communication, validation, confirmation. Pay attention to what you say, how you say it during Mercury in retrograde, and also pay attention to how you interpret information during Mercury in retrograde. So if I were you and someone says, for example, job related, and I'm just going to go job related. It doesn't have to be job related, but I'm just going to go there just as an example. where let's say someone says, yeah, you need to do X, Y, and Z, right? Or pay attention to X, Y, and Z, or you need to like get X, Y, and Z done. Instead of like maybe what you usually do and say, okay, fine, that's going to be done. Like you echo back what you understood. So there isn't a misunderstanding, because during Mercury in retrograde, there is a higher chance of misunderstanding. There's a higher chance of tech issues, of information, not reading an email correctly, not reading paperwork correctly, um, misunderstanding someone's intent or intention, or things like that. So I'm getting there with that, with eloquence, which I did mention at the top of the reading, but it's coming up again. It says get quiet and meditate. Remember that I said this Mercury in retrograde is like the Four Swords. It's asking us to take a step back. It says unravel the mysteries of the universe. I feel that it's not so much the mysteries of the universe, is you really unraveling any last chapters that are very much connected to this dark night of the soul. There you go. Remember, snakes are about shedding. It's about growth. Okay. Now, granted, snakes could be about sneaky people. I get it, or deception. But I feel here it could be very much connected to the communication. So making sure that you understand what someone says, what you say to someone, and what someone says back. So double checking communication, super important for you during this Mercury retrograde. Okay. You have here wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Okay. So again, remember that wedge. That wedge is coming through to you in regards to communication. Be careful of any possible misunderstandings. And also be careful that there may be someone that you may be able to see through during this Mercury in retrograde. Okay. So someone's mask may slip. And if it does, I feel like you're going to catch it, like you're going to notice. All right. Let's take a look at your next one. Up next, we have Monica. Monica, you are, all right. So I'm just going to show you. This is what came through. So you have wheel and broken bone. Wheel and broken bone. Broken bone says wish will not be granted. Now, I don't feel it's this wish. I don't feel this is the now. I feel that this broken wish, broken wishbone, wish will not be granted, is connected to this thing from the past or recent past. I feel it's connected to this dark night of the soul, that you may have asked for something so deeply and wanted to move it in your direction, and something may have gone wrong. It may have created something that you were expecting, wishing, hoping, or desiring, and it might not have panned out, which could be the reason here why there's a lot of that emotional heartbreak connected to that time period, which could be the reason possibly why you have the Star card there, because the Star card is about that apology or that healing that needs to happen in order for you to push forward. The wheel says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Okay. So you're going to be able to put two and two together. There's something here about this dark night of the soul that you're going to realize more now than probably you did in the past or recent past. You may see how this dark night of the soul may at times be a wedge between you and what you may be still desiring, wishing, or calling into your energy. So there's this sense of this Mercury retrograde in a way, pulling the wool off of your eyes and being able to see truly what it is that you are feeling or your heart's desire towards something. I feel that whatever it is that you're wishing, hoping, and desiring, you're going to have the opportunity to, again, this says here, full of possibilities, plenty, creating abundance, but it's going to take time. All right. So there's kind of like, I feel like a little bit more work that needs to happen here with this in order for everything else to set up. But you, as the King of Wands with the Eight of Wands energy, it's again this energy of like, I won't stop, I can't stop, and I know what I want. I am confident and I'm a leader. Okay. I'm bold. I'm going to make choices. I'm going to make decisions. It's really embracing your power. Okay. Last but not least, we have here Shatira. Last but not least, what else is coming through for you? Last but not least. Oh, interesting. That one definitely wanted to pop up. That says refine. Okay, it says refine. That says clear the clutter. I kid you not. That's what we were talking about with this Dark Night of the Soul. I told you, your reading keeps pulling me back to this right here. Like, I kid you not. Now, of course, is there going to be a beautiful unfolding here? Yes, with time. Like I said, like everything else, you're going to have options. You're going to have plenty of, either opportunities, or you're going to create. You're going to, this is good. But again, there's a lot here that keeps coming through. It says, clear the clutter from your heart and release those who no longer align with your life's path. Click, 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 cutting cords. It may be even residual cords. It may not be you may not be even talking to these people, but it's just the energy of the heartbreak or the grief still may linger in your heart. Okay, or in your energy field. So it says, clear the clutter from your heart and release those who no longer align with your life's path. Every choice you make shapes your future. Now is time to reassess the relationships and goals that no longer serve you, making room for more joy and growth. Like I said, letting that go there. Yep. Talk about validation confirmation. I feel that's a full circle here. There you go. Shatira, thank you so much for your super. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Up next, we have Monica. But before we jump into Monica's reading, I do want to say, intuitive friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you who are who already subscribed, thank you. And for those of you who are already current subscribers, welcome back. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below, as well as in the chat. That being said, intuitive friends, I want to say thank you for your love, your loyalty, and support. Remember, intuitive friends, this month's March readings are pick a card. So you let your intuition guide you to the group or groups that are intuitively guiding you there, because you may have some beautiful messages here for March. That being said, intuitive friends, just a reminder that I do have the pick a card reading for the new astrological new year of 2026, which begins with Aries. Okay, Aries season technically is when the astrological year begins, because it's spring, because Aries is the first sign on the astrological calendar. So they're going to kick it off for us for 2026. Now, some of you may be saying, well, we already did the Happy New Year back in January or December 31st, right? So January 1st. That's the calendar year. Okay. The actual astrological new year begins March 20th. Okay. So there we go, intuitive friends. Don't forget to take a look at the singles reading, couple readings. I want to say the single readings, that is going to come in about 2 weeks. But the one that I channeled already was from February 15th through March 15th. So if you're interested in the singles reading, it's already up. Okay? So it's already up. I think I need to do the couple readings. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of March readings that are coming through that I have to finish, so no worries. But guess what? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, your March readings are up. I'm going to work on the water signs this weekend. Okay? That being said, up next, we have Monica. Monica, welcome back. Monica, thank you so much. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Hello. Oh yeah, you guys can. Shatira dropped 3 beautiful roses, which means validation confirmation. I am so happy that resonated for you. Listen to that message again, okay? Because there's a lot that came through in that message. All right. That being said, up next, we have Monica. Now, Monica did tell me that it is late where she is. And so I'm going to put Monica here. And she'll know when she comes back to the reading that that's her reading right there. Monica. All right, Monica, welcome back to the channel. Monica, just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's see what's coming through for you, okay? Now, like I said, the top of the reading may be a little shadowy, but as it unfolds, more is going to come through. Because remember, these messages, of course, are for entertainment purposes only. But these messages that I'm channeling is how Mercury in retrograde is possibly rewriting your path, okay? So how is Mercury in retrograde possibly rewriting your path? All right, let's see what's coming through for you, Monica. And you have here the mask of happiness. Are you hiding sadness behind the forced smiles? Authenticity heals deeper than avoidance. So this Mercury in retrograde is possibly rewriting your path by having you take a step back, right? Take a step back from the maybe hustle and bustle that you go through every single day, where every single day you have to put a smile on your face and move forward. Move forward with enthusiasm, move forward with confidence. But there may be a little bit of this energy that Mercury in retrograde may surface or resurface, where you realize that some emotions here from the past or recent past may still be lingering within you, within your heart. That although you are moving forward in your life, that there still may be a residual sadness, or from time to time, you thinking about a person, situation, circumstance, or event, or an environment from the past or recent past that you thought you were healed from, or that you thought that, okay, this is taken care of. But in reality, is it really? And that's the question that this is asking you. So during this Mercury in retrograde from February 26th through March 20th, and again, it could go a little bit further with that because of the shadow period, this is talking about you really reflecting on that. Am I just acting like I'm okay? Or am I truly feeling like, yeah, you know what? No, I'm not wearing a fake smile. I am truly genuinely appreciative and in an attitude of gratitude with what I am going through right now at this moment in time. So that's this energy that I'm picking up here, okay? So the mask of happiness. I feel this Mercury retrograde is going to, in a way, have you take a look in the mirror type of energy. Okay. All right, let's see what else here clears up, unfolds, or gives more detailed in regards to this Mercury in retrograde, possibly rewriting here Monica's path. Give me more clarity here with the mask of happiness. Okay. And it's totally normal. There's nothing wrong with that. It does happen. I mean, listen, it happens to me as well, where there are times where certain things, people, situations, or even if it's like a good moment, right? Where like I can no longer have that good moment with whomever it is, um, or whatever it is that's on my mind, that you do feel that, man, I wish, kind of that energy. So funny because I was in that energy the past couple of days. So it's very interesting. But anyway, that is what I'm picking up here for you. Okay. So let's see. And you have here the goddess moon. Yeah, look at that. Listen, your intuition is going to be not only your intuition, right? But I feel here there's this sense of knowledge, this insight, where through this reflection or through this reevaluation, like really looking at yourself in the mirror very authentically, and it's not about just like seeing what you see in front of you, but like symbolically the mirror of you looking deeper inside of your yin energy, your heart, your emotions, that receptive energy, and say to yourself, am I truly okay? Have I cleared this energy that I may say, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm, thinking about this, doing that. Because if you aren't, or if you haven't, this is the time to do it. This is the time to do the purging, the clearing, the letting go, the, all right, for all time's sake, if I gotta, work on my heart chakra again, and you just start crying, then again, that being okay, because that means your heart chakra needs to continue to heal from whatever this may be. So if I were you, I would listen to your heart, to the heart chakra solfeggio frequency of 639 hertz to get you back on track emotionally. Okay, during this Mercury retrograde. Because remember, Mercury in retrograde is really like taking that step back, right? It removes what has been distracting you. And maybe you have been in some way, shape, or form, or will be possibly during this Mercury retrograde, be distracted by some emotions from the past or recent past. So that's why this is coming through saying, guess what? This is the time for you to clear that. This is a good time, kind of rest period for you to continue to do that cleansing, purging, releasing from your heart chakra. Again, 639 solfeggio frequency. Let's keep unfolding here your messages. How's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting Monica's path here? I'm also picking up here that during this rest, during this time of energetic rest, right? During this time of energetic rest, that you may get some amazing insight about something, maybe even ways of you not only just clearing this energy, but you really allowing yourself to be more vulnerable in the state while you're doing that cleansing and that purging and that clearing of your heart. You know what I mean? And just energetically forgiving people, situations, circumstances, or events that may be keeping you from that authentic happiness, right? All right, let's see what else is coming through here, Monica. And we have here the Knight of Cups. Ooh, this is nice. I have two messages here for you, Monica, with this Knight of Cups. Number one, Knight of Cups. Remember that I was talking about the goddess of the moon, where I said intuitively you could be more intertwined or interconnected with what is like moving in you, right? Meaning your emotion, meaning that receptive energy, meaning you connecting more to the taking a break, taking a step back, allowing yourself to recalibrate emotionally, mentally, energetically, so that once the clutter clears with this card over here, you are more in alignment with your own heart and intuition. Knight of Cups, as you know, knights are all about movement. So once the clutter clears, once you work through that throughout the next month or so, there is a mind shift that may occur, and there could also be an emotional shift that occurs within you. Whereas before you may have had a residual jaded energy, maybe this time around, once you clear the clutter, it's more of this energy of feeling confident and also allowing yourself to follow your heart and your intuition. Remember that the Knight of Cups energy is also about apology. So this could be you energetically forgiving those that hurt you, again, from the past or recent past, and allowing yourself to be more open for new invitations, or you being more open to invite love back into your life. Okay? Because the Knight of Cups is an energy of being in love with love. Okay? So that the Knight of Cups comes from a healthy um manifesting rather than a unhealthy type of residual energy or jaded energy, right? Or the fear of abandonment or whatever these energies may be about from the mask of happiness, right? So the moment that you, or once you clear the clutter, it's going to give you the opportunity to be more open in your heart, to be more open with your intuition, to allow yourself to be out there, right? Also, like put things in motion, be in place, especially if this is in love. And I'm not saying that it has to be, but it feels like it is. Okay. So to place yourself or put yourself in, communities that are single, like speed dating events, or expand your social circle. Let your friends know, hey, I'm single, I'm open to meet someone. If love, if this is like resonating for you in love. Okay. If it's not love, it could be anything else. It's just you saying, listen, I'm open to the new opportunity. I'm going to go for it, but I'm going to listen to my intuition, because I'm going to use that kind of inner knowing to gauge what it is that I want to be proactive about. All right, let's take a look at more clarity here. By the way, after Monica, we have Bake 215. After Bake 215, we have Rose Quartz. And then we will be done with our readings here for tonight. And again, intuitive friends, if you missed the opportunity, no worries. I will be back tomorrow, and I will be back the whole entire week. All right, Monica. Ooh, conflicts and chaos. And by the way, you have two cards there. I don't know what the second one is, though. But the one that's showing up here is chaos and conflict. Like I said, there could have been some situation, circumstance, or event that did a real big number on you emotionally, mentally, energetically, in some way, shape, or form. And this Mercury retrograde is allowing you to finally get yourself to a place where the dust has settled, so that you're open to move into a new chapter once Aries season kicks off on March 20th. Now, chaos and conflict is this what looks like a horse, but in reality, it's actually a zebra. So it's you being more authentic with yourself, saying to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to continue to mask this unhappiness I have. I'm going to nip it in the bud. I'm going to work on my heart chakra. I'm just going to release it. I'm going to listen to the Ho'oponopono chant. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to allow myself to lean into this energy of forgiveness, energetically forgiving. Doesn't mean that you got to pick up the phone and talk to anyone. Okay. It's just like I energetically forgive myself from my own past mistakes, and I energetically forgive everyone that may have created this kind of hardened heart or this jaded heart or these emotions that I have about love, right? Or about something that you want to move towards. So that is what this is feeling here. Okay. It's feeling like, yes, this mask of unhappiness, which by the way, it says authenticity heals deeper than avoidance. So you're no longer avoiding it. You're, you're looking at it straight ahead. Okay. And you're allowing yourself to be more authentic with it. You have here chopped wood. Now, what's interesting is I'm getting the peeling off of the layer of inauthentic or whatever this may be, and then sweeping away the energy or the pieces that are not in alignment with you. So, wow, very, very nice. I'm also getting here something about like you buying a new broom for the kickoff of the new astrological year. So I don't know. That's like to move the old energy out and bring new energy new. Now it's interesting because I did mention at the top of the reading, I said, listen, I don't know if this is in love for you, although it's feeling that way. And what's super interesting is that there is, I want to say in the African American culture where you jump the broom after you get married, right? Like once you're married, you jump the broom with your partner. So there's this energy here where, it could be very much connected to your love life where you're able to kind of start a brand new chapter. Let's take a look at the light side here of this goddess of the moon. And again, how Mercury's retrograde is possibly rewriting your path. Okay. It says, unlock the potential. Keys are available. Look at that. Remember that I said you walking towards or creating or moving towards opportunities. Nights are all about movement. It's about you moving towards the energy of, again, apology or energetically forgiving those who have hurt you in the past or recent past. Gives you an opportunity here to unlock the message of love that may be coming into your energy field. There could be someone here who may be coming into your energy field. You may be attracting, you may be moving towards someone. There may be kind of like, one of those like bumping into someone that you least expected. And then it's like, there's some, sparks flying. But whatever it is, the moment that or once the uncluttering happens, there's going to be the unlocking of this potential in your love life. Also, I also have the power, the affirmation of the divine counterpart in the energy healing and daily affirmation playlist, so you could use that as well. But that's how this is coming across. There could also be an unlocking here or a further unlocking of your intuition or of other six senses. Okay, your six senses, something unlocking here. Let's take a look at the Knight of Cups energy here. What else is coming through for you? Let's get more clarity here for the Knight of Cups. Ooh, dragonfly. Happy dragonfly. Look, very much connected here to happiness. Happy dragonfly. Listen what we have here. You has here expression, joy, understanding. Okay, with that expression, joy, understanding, you moving closer or you moving towards or giving a chance for love to blossom again. It says, glittering and flying fairies, show me the way to my deepest desire. That is a dragonfly, and dragonflies are very much connected to epiphany, to awareness, to the aha moment that after or once the clutter clears, you may be in a very different mindset, ready to move towards a new path, maybe in the area of love or in the area that this may be connecting with you. All right, so yeah. Ooh, vulture. It says depression, anxiety, worry. Hold on. Depression, anxiety. It says worry that someone is against you. Okay. So Get yourself out of that mindset. This Mercury in retrograde may place you or may surface or resurface this energy of you feeling caught up in your self-sabotaging thought or limited belief. Okay? So don't allow yourself to stay too much in that energy, right? Just when you feel it, especially when you're doing your heart chakra 639 Solfeggio frequency alignment, those that energy might surface. So let it surface, embrace the energy of it, and then let it go. Ooh, that was a peekaboo, but I didn't catch the card there. But let's see. All right, Monica, let's see. You have one more deck and then we're done with the reading. Of course, Monica, I want to thank you for your love, your loyalty, and support, and for your super here today. It says gavel, involvement with the law. Now, it's funny. It could be that, but I'm also getting things coming back into balance, like the Justice card in Tarot. Things that you may feel or felt, okay, especially during this Mercury retrograde that's unfolding right now, you may feel like, you know what, I don't feel like justice was served. I gave so much in that relationship, or I gave so much to that person, or I was just like this, that, and the other, and what I got back, like the storylines, the narratives, the scripts that sometimes when we get caught up in our own self-sabotaging habits or scripts, this is saying you don't need to worry about that, because whatever needs to be handled with divine justice will be handled in divine justice. So you don't need to worry about, oh, is this person, suffering from, suffering because they did something that they shouldn't have to me, or they did something unfair to me, or it was unjust. Don't worry about it. Divine justice is going to handle it. Okay. If it's something that was unfair, it will rebalance itself in the hands of fate or in the hands of destiny. Okay. So this is more like focus on yourself, That being said, let's take a look at your last and final card. Up next, we have Bake 215. Bake 215, you are up next. And let's see. And then after Bake 215, we have Rose Quartz. You have here, listen. Wow. Remember that I was talking about that energy, receptive energy coming towards you. Listen to your intuition, listen to your downloads, listen to your inner knowing. Follow your heart and your intuition in regards to the new person, new chapter, new energy, this aha moment. Remember that something didn't happen to you, it happened for you, so that you can get it out of your life system, energy, path. You could sweep it away, not under the rug, but away, so that you can have a very clear new path here. And don't worry about if, someone is dealing with the karmic consequences of it. Leave that up to the universe and destiny. It will take care of the things that no longer serve you. Vulture, okay? Listen says here, your heart. Didn't I talk about the heart chakra? So this is definitely coming across as a love reading. Your heart is speaking to you, directing you to accomplish something or voice your thoughts. You could do journaling, okay? It's time to listen to this wisdom, the goddess of the moon, and respond to your inner call with action. Like I said, inspired action, or action that you feel truly connected to with your heart and your intuition in regards to a new beginning with either a new person, a new environment, a new friendship. And that's what's coming through for you. That being said, Monica, thank you so much for your super chat or super sticker. I want to thank you for your love, your loyalty, and support. And I wish you the very best during this Mercury and retrograde. I hope these messages resonated for you. If they don't now, they may possibly resonate at a later time. That being said, Monica, thank you so much. Up next, we have Bake 215. But before I jump into Bake 215's reading, I do want to mention here and Twitter friends that if you just subscribe to the channel, thank you. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome. And if you are a current subscriber, welcome back. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, and yes, I do have credentials, you can take a look down below in the description box, or take a look in the chat. Okay, there you will also find my client testimonials, credentials, and for those of you who are interested in private readings, you will also find my link there as well. That being said, intuitive friends, please take a look at your March readings. They are coming out. I want to say that the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is up. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is already uploaded and ready to view, as well as Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius's reading. All of those readings are up and ready to take a look at. That being said, let's take a look here at who's up next, and that is Bake 215. Well, first, I still have to put these cards away, but intuitive friends, I want to thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, support. Remember, share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls, your friends, family, loved ones. Let them know about the content on my channel, as well as the free mini readings that I do here on my channel. I also do super chat lives, and you can join me, especially for those of you who have like a very specific like tea that you want to be spilled. Just don't forget to join me during those super chat lives. Let's spill some tea. Okay. So that is going to be there for you this weekend. There's a lot going on here on the channel this weekend. All right, intuitive friends. Up next, we have Bake 215. And I want to say Bake 215 did super chat. Yeah, you did a super sticker. Yes, thank you so much, my dear. This will be a super reading for you. Okay, my dear? All right, Bake 215. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support, and your generosity. After Bake 215, we have Rose Quartz. Okay, so Rose Quartz, you're going to come up next. Hold on a second. Yeah, there we go. All right, up next, we have Bake 215. Bake 215. Let me just write your name here just in case. I don't know if you're here, but just in case. Here we go. All right, Bake 215, welcome. All right, Bake 215, let's take a look here at what's coming through for you. Oh, there you are. Hey, welcome back. Bake 215, just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And just letting you know that the first couple of minutes of this reading is going to be a little shadowy. But no worries, we'll jump straight into the light after that. But Mercury in retrograde does kind of highlight what may be potentially distracting us from where our next potential might be in or maybe about. Okay, so it kind of brings the darkness to light so that you can kind of review it, reevaluate it, reflect on it, so that you can change it and shift it so that when April 20th comes, I'm sorry, not April. Well, I don't know. For you, it might be April 20th, but March 20th when it comes. By the way, April 20th is like Taurus season. So very, very interesting. I don't know. Maybe there's something coming in for you in regards to that. But anyway, let's see here how Mercury retrograde is possibly rewriting your path. This could be in any area, and let's see what's coming through for you. You have here breaking mental chains. Okay, So something that you're thinking over and over and over and over and over again, something that you may be wishing over and over and over again that is connected to something that you're thinking about over and over and over again. This could be past perspectives also, or this could be a reoccurring thought, dream, or kind of like something or someone that just keeps popping up in your head. Don't be surprised if that thing, that environment, or that person pops up a lot in your mind during Mercury in retrograde, because that Mercury in retrograde energy sometimes brings up old thought patterns, old residual connections to our emotions to other relationships, whether romantic or non-romantic. It also may resurface self-sabotaging habits or beliefs or thought patterns. So Mercury in retrograde is possibly rewriting your path. It says breaking mental chains, old belief systems can keep you stuck. Be willing to challenge and rewrite them. So you are the author of whatever story that you want to write moving forward. If you want to write a story of sadness, of happiness, of victory, whatever it is, it starts with you letting go of whatever residual thought pattern or whatever this kind of like thinking and overthinking of something may be causing here a sense of like being stuck in that kind of hamster wheel. So this could be the hamster wheel of your emotions, the hamster wheel of memories from the past, haunting memories, experiences. You just keep thinking about it over and over again. And that constant replay, pressing play, pressing play, pressing play type of energy causes stagnation in other areas of your life. So whether residually, whether, actually through distractions, but it does leave that door open for you to be distracted by, these reoccurring thoughts. So breaking the mental chain is going to be super important here for you during this Mercury in retrograde, because that glitch of that resurfacing of those emotions, those thoughts, those memories, those ideas is actually divine redirection for you. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what else is coming through here for you. All right, let's see, how is Mercury in retrograde possibly rewriting your path? Door to value. The more you clear the clutter and clear your hamster wheel symbolic energy here of whether it's something, someone, or an environment that you just keep thinking over and over and over and over about, whether it's an old belief, old perspective, old narrative, okay? Maybe old thought patterns. The more you keep getting on that hamster wheel and making that wheel turn, the more you're not going to allow yourself to get off of it and open the door to value. Okay. So once you clear this energy, this door to value is saying here that there is an opening, the beginning of the opening here of a new chapter for you. It could be very much connected to career or finances, as door to value could be talking about tangible worth, value, pentacles, money, but it could also be symbolic. Okay. It could be symbolic of you allowing yourself to move into a more prosperous energy, one that thinks about, focuses on, or remembers your glow up, that you remember the path that you're moving towards, that reminds you here that this distraction could prevent you from your next level if you continue to run on that hamster wheel. So this door to value is saying it's time for you to reclaim what is meant to be yours, especially with the stability that it might bring. You do have the number here, 31. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. 4 is all about stability. So being caught up in your mind or in your mental chains can, in a way, either physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, keep you away to that valuable glow up. Okay? So let's take a look here at what else is coming through. I'm hearing new energy, new people, new circles, new. Have your mind on the prosperity that you are generating. Even if you may not be generating it now, you got to be in the energy of, I'm generating, prosperity. I am generating abundance. I am in the most abundance, prosperous timeline right now at this moment in time. Like, you got to say those things, because where your mind goes, energy flows. And if your energy and your focus is on this and not on this, is going to keep you away from this potential victory and abundance and prosperity. Something just flipped over here. I want to say, hold on, did it flip? I want to say the 5, I saw like the 5 of Wands flipping. Oh, wow, that's crazy. I literally saw the 5 of Wands. Okay, all right. Wow, okay, very interesting. Like, I saw it. Not clairvoyantly saw it. But anyway, all right, yeah, there could be like you just letting go. You have the Temperance card. Temperance card, beautiful energy. Look at that with the wheel, with the Fool card. Yeah. All right, the Temperance card. You allowing yourself to learn from the olds, learn from the I'm getting old, present for new. Literally, that's just how I'm getting it. Old, present, new. So old situations, circumstances, events, lessons that you need to learn, current energy that you may be in while Mercury is going in retrograde, so that you can move forward to the next chapter. You got to keep this in check during this next month, because this could keep you from being or feeling grounded. Now is not a time, during Mercury retrograde is not a time to start anything new, especially because we also have Pisces season. That's, the closing cycle. But this is a good energy for you to reflect, so that when Mercury goes direct, you're back into this. Hello, Lala. Welcome. Intuitive friends, the list is closed. My apologies. Just wanted to, let me write that here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. You could join us tomorrow, because I will be back tomorrow, but the list is closed already. But thank you so much for joining and for being here with us. Greatly appreciate it, my dear. Come back so you could get a reading tomorrow. It's first come, first serve, okay? So the quicker you get on, the quicker you can get a reading. But yeah, on Twitter, Big 215. That's what I'm getting here with this mental breaking mental chains. All right, let's see here. What else is coming through? All right, let's see here what else is coming through. Let's get more clarity on this breaking the chains. You have a leg up, and you have happy, turning that frown upside down. Okay, a leg up. You're not alone in this process, and you may feel like physically you may be alone in this process, but energetically, and energetically you're not alone, and spiritually you're not alone. You may feel like it's very taxing, like especially this energy right here could be weighing heavy during this Mercury retrograde, but help is on the way. Help is always right at your fingertips, and that is you connecting with your higher self, doing meditative practices, maybe doing daily affirmations to keep yourself on a path of being optimistic instead of pessimistic. aligning your chakras. I also have what's called, I did it at the, I think I did it last year, where it's the nighttime affirmation. Okay, so doing that to get you back into alignment. So you have many things that you can do that can support you and make you feel like you're back on the horse, right? And by the way, talking about the horse, it is the fire horse year on the Chinese calendar. So there's a lot of movement. Okay. So with the temperance card, again, feeling like that you are balancing something, that you're also combining certain things in order to turn something new, like alchemy, turning something into something new for you. Okay. So turning the frown, like I said, upside down, like this. Okay. Interesting, because that looks like a smile. If you look at that energetic line right here, it looks like a smile. So it's like turning the frown upside down back into a smile. So very interesting. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at the lights side of this deck that I am shuffling. So I'm only going to look at the yeses. Give me more details here in regards to how Mercury in retrograde is possibly rewriting Big 215's path here with the door to value. Let's see what's coming through. And you have, yes, it's the icing on the cake in all this, and sprinkles too. So it doesn't matter that that donut is not in perfect condition. What we're looking at is, wow, you know what? It may not be perfectly presented, or maybe you took a bite on it of it and you're like, well, I don't know if, I'm up to some sweets right now, but you know what? That put a smile on my face, or that sweet gesture, or that sweet compliment for someone, or that ability for me to just dive into that, tenderness of my heart and kind of shift this energy around. It's like the sweetness of life, the attitude of gratitude, the allowing yourself to say, you know what, all this, and sprinkles too, like you deserve the very best. You deserve the very best. Like I said, it's kind of like the attitude of gratitude, but also putting your mindset on what it is that you want to firmly connect with, or, bring about, so to speak. So I do feel that once this clutter clears during this Mercury in retrograde, there's going to be more sweetness. Even if you may not get 100% progress, there is some sense of like the doors of abundance, prosperity, and happiness slowly opening for you. Let's see what else is coming through. Let's get more clarity here on the temperance and the Fool card. Now, listen, the Fool card is taking a leap of faith. So there's this brand new energy here that once this clutter clears, you're going to be more open to an opportunity here, or there may be a leap of faith. You may either start a new project, or start a new project, continue on a new project, or move in another direction with something. Okay. But whatever it is, you have faith that it's going to move in the direction of prosperity, because that's where your mind is. It's focused on this, not on this. All right, let's get, oh, actually, I'm shuffling the wrong deck here. It's this one. All right, let's see here what else is coming through. Let's get more clarity. And you have here happy dragonfly, an epiphany, an awakening, an aha moment where you decide to be more in an optimistic energy rather than the hamster wheel. Okay? So there you go. Happy Dragonfly says expression, joy, understanding, glittering and flying fairies. Show me the way to my deepest desire. You're going to be more in alignment with your deepest desire, in connection to what you are opening towards, or what your desires are opening you to, where you may find yourself during the Aries new year moving in a new direction or being more open to be guided into a direction here with more prosperity and abundance. But it's all about your mindset. It's about how you're going to create a new alchemy. How are you going to shift this energy into being one of positivity and one that you can bank on, rather one that you miss or have a heartbreak towards, So it's kind of like that shift is how this is coming across. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. All right, they didn't catch that one. All right, so you have shoe horse. That one flipped over though. Shoe horse, good luck. Yeah, there is this energy of good luck and expansion here for you, especially with the door to value. So that is looking very, very positive here for you. Yes, the Mercury in retrograde may slow you down, or you may feel a little bit slowed down, or again, the surfacing or resurfacing of certain emotions and memories. But once the clutter clears, you're going to be in this what feels here kind of like a glow up type of energy here with the horseshoe. Now remember, I did mention about that fire horse this year, so there may be some very interesting opportunity or opportunities that you may feel very inspired to take, and the kind of movement in that direction may lead to even more opportunities or people that could connect you to the right people in order for you to see this brand new start or this gift here unfold for you. All right, let's see what else is coming through. And then up next, we have rose quartz. All right. Moon, look at that. Changes in your life. Yep. At times during this Mercury in retrograde, you may feel a little bit out of sorts. You may get, kind of like lean more into your feelings. You may feel like your intuition is a little cloudy or fogged, but it's because of the Mercury retrograde. Remember that Mercury influences the areas of communication. It influences travel. Okay. So, there are just different things here that might pop up. There could be some glitches, technological glitches, misunderstandings. This is you kind of like really taking a look about maybe here unspoken resentments here that may be clouding something here that needs to be cleared. Okay. So that you can really open up to this abundance starting in the Aries new year. That being said, let's take a look at your last and final card here, Bake 215. Let's see what else is coming through for you. How's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting Bake 215's path. All right, let's see. It'll be funny if it ends up being something talking about the past here. But, ooh, what do we have? Redirection. I told you, especially with this Fool card. You may be, again, this Mercury in retrograde is reminding you, yes, you may end up getting caught up in your feelings and your emotion, okay? That may happen, all right? Because remember, Mercury in retrograde removes what is distracting you so that you can reach your next level. Okay? So your next level is the door to value, but it's showing you what may be distracting you from you having an awesome, amazing new beginning once Mercury goes direct and once Aries kicks off the brand new astrological year. So you are being redirected to revisit this energy so that you can clear it and revisit a new version of yourself in this new astrological new year that's coming up after the retrograde. So, redirection says you're being called to skillfully direct others' attention. Maybe even, like I said, it feels more your attention than anybody else's, but here we go. Not to manipulate, but to achieve goals in reality, in the now. Not in what was, not what could happen in the future, not what happened in the past, but looking at the now. Okay? So it says here to achieve goals in reality. Okay? The tangible 3D. With precise words and logic, not emotions, talking about the logic and the words. Focus attention toward positions that benefit you. Okay? So there you go. You have that redirection. So once the clutter clears, it's as if you're being rerouted. So this time off or this energetic time out with Mercury in retrograde is the time that you should be reviewing, reevaluating, reflecting, so that you can finally understand how to reorganize something and redirect yourself to the door to value, to creating something new so that you can move in that direction. Okay? Of the Fool card, take a leap of faith. Big 215, I hope these messages have been insightful, and thank you so much for your super. Listen again to these messages, because now that you heard everything, listen to it again so that it could resonate there. If it does, let me know. If it doesn't, just give it more time. But whatever it is, buddy, you keep getting that door to value. That's beautiful. So there's some beautiful abundant, but you can't look back. You got to redirect yourself into the now, okay? So that you could achieve whatever it is that you're meant to achieve with this beautiful good luck. I do feel that something is moving forward for you this year, 2026. You got the horseshoe. The fire horse is about that revitalization of life and the recalibration, to this new beginning. There's something here about maybe even you moving, whether it's moving jobs, city, town, state, country, moving homes, apartments, houses, or like a new car or a different, like if you drive, there's like new car, new movement. And the Fool card here, if it's not that, it could be just signaling that you once this clutter unclutters, okay? Because remember, the Mercury retrograde is from February 26th all the way through March 20th. So once that passes, there's this energy of you really being in a more aligned way. Look at that. Show me the way to my deepest desire, and you're not going to be afraid to take a leap forward. You're going to feel very confident about what this is. So very, very beautiful energy. That being said here, Big 215, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls, okay, my dear? Up next, we have Rose Quartz. But before we jump into Rose Quartz reading, intuitive friends, those of you who are watching me live and would like to take part in future readings, well, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all alerts. And that's going to let you know the next time I'm doing a reading here live or when I upload new content. That being said, intuitive friends, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Take a look at your February readings. February. What? March. Where did that come from? March readings. Okay, we're still in February. Where's March readings? March readings. Okay. I did something different this time around for you guys, intuitive friends. Guess what I did? I did a pick a card reading. So I did pick a card readings for all the elements. I do need to finish off the water signs, which I will this weekend. So no worries if you're a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I'm sorry, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay. If you are the water signs, don't worry. Your messages are coming through. Okay. That being said, intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at your singles reading, which is good from February 15th all the way through March 15th. So that is still there for you. Take a look at the singles playlist. For those of you who are in a coupled relationship or in a partnership, take a look at the couples reading. Okay. It's there for you as well. And we also have a pick a card reading as well for the new astrological new year and the closing of the Pisces season and the opening of the astrological Aries season. So there's lots there for you to choose from. Just don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Up next, we have rose quartz. And thank you so much, Bake 215, for those beautiful roses. And rose quartz, thank you for letting me know that you are here. I'm going to start with your reading. All right, rose quartz, just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And also, this reading starts a little bit kind of shadowy. Okay, what do I mean by that? Kind of like, a little bit of like the shadow self. But that is because Mercury in retrograde resurfaces those potential or possible emotions or memories. So we need to clear that during this Mercury in retrograde. So this shows us what you could possibly be experiencing emotionally, mentally, or energetically, that resurfacing that may occur during this Mercury in retrograde from February 26th all the way through March 20th. Okay. So let's see here, rose quartz, what's coming through for you. How's Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting your path? And you have breaking mental chains. Old belief systems can keep you stuck. Be willing to challenge and rewrite them. If you want something different, then rewrite the script that is happening in your mind, or rewrite the script that you say to yourself, or that you try to convince yourself of, or that you self-sabotage yourself about. Breaking the mental chains is about you leaving something behind, an idea, a delusion, okay, or an illusion that needs to be detached from your energy field or from your mind, because all it's doing is creating this energy where you are stuck in that mindset, that energy, or that illusion or delusion. Okay. So let's see what else is coming through here for you. Breaking the chains. This could also be talking about you letting go, like the double card in tarot, okay? Because the double card in tarot, you have two people attached to the devil. So this is also coming through as during this Mercury in retrograde to be very aware at those codependent energies, or that codependent frame of mind, or those codependent patterns that you need to cut the cords from, so that you can enter the astrological new year, March 20th, Aries season, with something new, a new idea, a new perspective, a new attitude, a new energy. That's what this is also coming across as, okay? All right, let's take a look here. How is Mercury retrograde possibly rewriting the path for rose quartz here? And you have here cornucopia. The moment that you clear the clutter in your mind, clear the clutter, energetic field, clear the clutter of codependency, of lack of moderation, of something that you're really tempted on doing over and over again, and that pattern that just seems to be very difficult for you to break. This is saying once you're able to disengage mentally, emotionally, or physically from this situation, circumstance, event, person, or environment, you are going to be in the alignment of more options, more opportunities, and things that you have been putting kind of work, consistency, and growth. You may see this beautiful unfolding over time. Okay. I'm getting that there could be, now granted, this is talking about Mercury in retrograde, but there's something here that may connect with you in regards to not spring, um, autumn or fall of 2026. So that's like September, because it's like the solstice or the equinox, the autumn equinox or autumn solstice or something like that. So that could mark a very significant time for you where you doing the work now during Mercury retrograde. And I want to say, by the way, there are 3 Mercury retrogrades happening in 2026. And I want to say another one may happen around the fall. So I wouldn't be surprised that there's some type of connection here. Maybe. I don't know. But cornucopia is the abundance. It's the generosity. It's life. You see, thinking women, you thinking clearly, you breaking like I said, once the clutter clears mentally, emotionally, energetically, you're going to be more in the energy field, okay, of abundance, of prosperity, and also of clarity of the mind. You being able to emotionally detach to whatever may be keeping you in a cycle, like the hamster wheel, whatever may be keeping you in this kind of repetitive cycle, whether it's in your mind, your emotions, or repetitive patterns. The moment that, or once this clutter clears, there's this energy where you're going to be more in alignment to the prosperity and abundance, allowing yourself to emotionally disconnect and not being swayed by your heart, but being swayed by the logical, rational, analytical, the facts, the evidence, not what you wish to hope to see, but what you actually are able to see through evidence, words and actions. Because that's what I'm getting here, words and actions. I also want to mention here, because this is coming through as well, where in Mercury in retrograde, sometimes the mind gets a little bit jumbled. Sometimes we feel like we're not either communicating clearly, or we may not be understanding someone's what they're saying clearly. So there could always be that kind of area here where there may be a misunderstanding and a miscommunication, meaning someone is saying something and someone else is interpreting it to be something else. So just be very mindful of whatever conversations you have during Mercury in retrograde, that you clearly understand and that you make sure that you are clearly understood. Okay? Because misunderstanding, ghosting, triggers, delays, okay, postponements of cancellation of plans, those things are usually seen. Disagreements, that tends to happen at a higher frequency when Mercury is in retrograde. So yeah, let's see your next card. Let's see what else is coming through. So if I were you during Mercury in retrograde, double check 3 of Pentacles. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. Your guides are saying here, you're not alone in whatever this situation, circumstance, or event may be. Whatever you may be going through during Mercury in retrograde, you're not alone. 3 of Pentacles is this energy of joint forces. It's about teamwork. It's about being able to rely. So there is this energy here of you being more aware once the clutter clears, of you being more aware of the alignment of people that say and do, not just say, not just do, but both. There's a consistency in that, so that you know what, who, and which environment is best for you to work with or work in. Okay, because the Three of Pentacles is us, is teamwork, is working with other people in order to gain the abundance, gain the prosperity, gain the cornucopia. Okay, so I feel here that once this Mercury in retrograde clears, and by the way, we always have a shadow period after that March 20th, but once that Mercury retrograde clears, you're going to have a clearer sense of not just listening or following your emotions, but following the evidence, being able to see something for what it is, and then choosing, do I want to be part of that group, partnership, connection, environment, or do I painfully say goodbye because I am not getting the clarity that I need? And this either connection, person, environment, or situation is just causing a lot of living in my mind for free. Okay? So the Ten of Swords is this energy of a painful ending, of releasing something because emotions may be there, a certain comfort may be there, self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs may be residing there, codependency may be residing there. So that's why this reading is telling you it's super important for you to let this go, okay, or these things, these energies go during Mercury retrograde, where you allow yourself to reevaluate and review and remember what this may be talking about, so that you can finally redirect and realign your energy to only the people, the opportunities, and the environments that are prosperous for you, and that you can be able to clearly see that. Oh my God, when I said that, did you see that? By the way, there's no flickering of the light back here. I always say that's my angels when they're coming by. They're just like, hey, we're here. Ten of Swords is, like I said, this painful ending, letting go of the dead weight. And yeah, at the end of the day, that may be here what this is saying to you, that once the clutter clears, you may be more in an energy of thinking about abundance rather than lack, new beginnings rather than the same old, especially this energy, and be more logical, rational, and analytical to really look at a person or an environment or people in general's words and actions side by side, and you making the decision with this, the thinking woman, of who, where, what, and in what environments you can connect and grow and build with, and which people, person, environments, or energies you just need to leave behind. Okay, let's take a look at your last and final card here. Rose Quartz, I want to say thank you for your love, your loyalty, and support. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And I hope this reading has been insightful for you. I hope that there is some type of you resonating with it. And as I always remind you, if it doesn't resonate now, it may resonate in the near future. Mercury retrograde is going to last all the way through March 20th and maybe even a week or two after that, because it's the shadow period. But again, it's a lot of time for this kind of like awareness to happen and to form. And once Mercury goes direct, once Aries kicks off the brand new astrological year, I feel that there's going to be this kind of decision that you're either going to make, or you're going to be, I don't want to say forced to make, But it's this energy of like, yeah, okay, you're going to have to really think about something here, because if you want abundance, then you need to make sure that you are with the right group of people or person in order to do that. If not, you're going to have to make a decision here that maybe this person, situation, circumstance, event, or environment may not be the best for you. And it might be you choosing a painful ending. All right, let's take a look at your last and final card here. And intuitive friends, I want to thank all of you who, subscribe to the channel, and all of you who've given a thumbs up, and all of you who are here. This says, listen, I told you it's not about your emotions. It's about listening and thinking. It's about the clarity of the mind. And it's about you clearly listening to a part of you that is telling you something here, or that you will realize is telling you something here once you really take a good look about what this Mercury retrograde may be purposely disrupting within you or resurfacing within you, because it needs to be cleared, because this could be distracting you here in this cornucopia. Okay, it may be distracting you in making the correct choice for yourself. So, yeah. Listen says your heart is speaking to you, redirecting you to accomplish something or voice your thoughts. So it could be either or, right? It could be something that needs to be said, but you're afraid to say it because you're afraid that you're going to either shoo someone away, or it may start an argument or a misunderstanding. But this is saying something here needs to clear. Something either needs to be spoken, some thoughts need to be shared, something needs to be reevaluated, because there may be a decision here coming up. It says your heart is speaking to you, directing you to accomplish something or voice your thoughts. It's time to listen to this wisdom and respond to your inner call with action. That being said, I hope these messages have resonated for you here, Rose Quartz. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. And please share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. Thank you so much. Intuitive friends, for all of you who have been here, who gave me a thumbs up, who have donated, have been very generous today, and whether it's by you just saying hi, by you just giving a thumbs up, or by you doing a super reading or a super chat. I want to thank all of you for all the ways that you give back to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Intuitive friends, have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching. And don't forget that if you miss an opportunity now for these messages, feel free to come back during the week and during this weekend, where I will channel more messages focusing on this Mercury retrograde. That being said, take care, intuitive friends, and I'll see you soon.